Teenagers love to push boundaries, but when they decide to mess with a royal guard, they're in for a serious wake-up call. Here's a lineup of bold moves met with instant regret. These reactions are unforgettable. They walked up with all the confidence in the world, but one cold stare from the guard had them backing away fast. That's the moment they realized they'd made a big mistake.
Get out of the box!
They thought it'd be funny to test the guard, but that stone-cold response wiped the smirks off their faces in seconds. Instant regret, loud and clear.
Get back!
They were all laughter until the guard didn't flinch. Just one intense reaction, and they suddenly looked like they'd seen a ghost. They thought they could get a reaction out of the guard, but his unyielding expression left them stunned and speechless. Not as fun as they thought. Their playful antics came to a screeching halt the moment the guard didn't even blink. That intense stare was all it took to set them straight.
No way! Oi, did you see a guard?
Did you see that? Is that alright with you lot? Yeah?
He asked you to move.
They stepped up like it was all a game, but the guard's stern look changed their minds quickly. That shift from bold to embarrassed, priceless.
Get back!
This is your maximum distance.
They approached with a bit too much confidence, but one move from the guard was enough to send them scrambling. They won't forget that lesson anytime soon. It looked like they thought they'd be the exception, but the guard's reaction proved them wrong in an instant. You could see the regret on their faces right away. They tried to push the guard's patience, but that icy response was all it took to make them rethink every decision. Talk about a fast reality check. They assumed they could get away with a bit of teasing, but when the guard didn't even flinch, they were left with nothing but an awkward silence. They thought they'd get a funny reaction, but that guard's intense stare froze them in their tracks. Suddenly, it wasn't so funny anymore. They stepped up with a bit too much attitude, but the guard's unwavering look shut it down instantly. You could practically see them second-guessing themselves.
Make way for the king's lifeguard!
Their confident grins turned to surprise the second the guard didn't react. That look of shock. They knew they'd messed up big time. They started out laughing, thinking the guard would play along. But one sharp glance, and their smiles faded fast. Reality hit hard.
Up.
Get off the ring!
There you are, idiot.
There you
Well
go.
done. Yeah. Hilarious, yeah? What a stupid woman, honestly. Okay, let's see.
Go it, mate. Go it.
She's doing she's going on purpose. Stupid woman.
They thought they'd be clever, but the guard's cold response left them standing there, completely taken aback. That lesson was quick and unforgettable. They approached with all the confidence of a joke in mind, but one icy reaction from the guard shut it down before they even started.
She hit the holes 3 times.
They thought they could mess around for a laugh, but the guard's intense expression quickly turned it into a moment they won't be laughing about. They really thought they could get away with it, but one sharp look from the guard was all it took to silence them. The regret was instant and clear. They stepped forward, hoping for a reaction, but the guard's unblinking response wiped the confidence from their faces in no time. Thinking they were clever, they approached with smiles. But when the guard didn't react, that confidence disappeared in an instant. They thought it would be fun to get a rise out of the guard. But when that didn't happen, their boldness quickly faded into embarrassment.
Of herself with the guard. How odd is that? That's just weird.
They clearly thought the guard would laugh it off, but one serious response was enough to send them backing away. That's what you call a fast lesson. They approached like they owned the place, but the guard's stern reaction was a quick reminder that they didn't. The shock was written all over their faces. They thought they'd make a memory, but the guard's firm response made sure it wasn't the one they expected. Instant regret, guaranteed. They stepped in with all the wrong ideas, but one intense look from the guard changed everything. That expression shift? Classic instant regret. With smiles on their faces, they thought it'd be a funny moment. But when the guard didn't budge, those smiles disappeared fast. They were clearly hoping for some kind of reaction, but the guard's unwavering stance left them standing there, completely dumbfounded.
Mark, you're the most unfunny person I've ever met. Come on.
You are handsome!
They thought they'd get a reaction, but the guard's expressionless stare was all it took to wipe those grins away instantly. So, what are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments below.